Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm building another cyberpunk apartment, but this one is filled with CC. So I really felt limited when I built the first apartment with all this stuff, so I decided to do another one, but with CC this time. And yeah, that's the main reason. Plus, honestly, I have some CC that would make it look good, like neon lights and a lot of computers and TVs and things like that just look very modern. Okay, but so yeah, I was struggling to kind of find a desk here. So I settled with this one at first, but then I decided to just look around. Uh, None of these desks stays. Unfortunately, that changes because I don't know, nothing really looked right. So I kind of end up just using a shelf in the end. Just moving a shelf to the height of a desk, and then what I did the exact same thing in the other apartment. So this desk stays for the majority, but I changed that out to a shelf. Uh, just putting up some curtains and adding in some stuff that I might use, like art and stuff like that, going through my CC. You know, there's going to be a cut here, so yeah, there's the computer that I used. Looks kind of cool. Quickly, just adding in some mirrors. That's a smart speaker in the bathroom. I kind of like that. It made it look a little bit more futuristic. Kind of deciding what kitchen I want to use, kitchen counters I want to use, but I end up going with that one, the Jordan set. I think it looked the best, in all honesty. Looking through again, this is another smart speaker that goes on the fridge. I thought it looked cool. Just adding in a little mini fridge to the office there. Maybe you want a extra snack on the go. You don't want to go back to the kitchen even though it's right there. Who knows? Um, Again, just adding in a lot more stuff that I might use. I think there's gonna be a cut soon, just because I decided to just cut it, add in everything I might want to use, and then record again. Again, just deciding on the kitchen things, deciding on a sink. Then I realized no, I could just use the sink that came with a set. So there's that. Again, there's the desk, which is now deleted, and I'm now going to use a shelf. So what I actually end up doing, you'll see later on, is I scale down the desk and everything, and the computer stays at the same height. I don't use tool for that. I didn't want to, and then I just cover it up, and everything is fully functional. So I really like that. Just getting it to the height, deciding what shelf I'm gonna use. I end up going with this one. Just adding in a bit more, fiddling with it, and then here's another one. So I kind of been building a lot, but I'm also kind of reaching that point where it's just like, so here I'm testing everything, sorry. Where it's just like, I kind of want to do more, so I'm thinking of doing a sort of gameplay video, I don't know, maybe, where I do like a vampire legacy challenge or something like that. I've been wanting to do it, and I think I found one challenge for The Sims 3 where I might just change up some of the rules, just because I kind of do like it. So, yeah, let me know if you guys would like to see that or not. I don't know. Here I'm just adding in a wardrobe, adjusting this little screen right here to allow me more space so that your suits can maneuver there. Just checking that trunk is the same height, moving that around, adding more clutter. I really don't know why I added those tripods. I just did. I think those are CC tripods though, from Avashin. Adding in some cabinets, changing the colors, cluttering up the kitchen. I really liked doing that because it just made the kitchen felt more, like it had stuff in it. I couldn't find a place to put this, so I just raised it up above the microwave. I really didn't want the apartment to go up in flames, so I just added that. Again, just adjusting this desk using tool to get this to the right height. There it is. I really like using that for like adding extra technology because it just looks so cool and it adds so much. It's just adding a little dresser to hide it. Again, everything here is fully functional. Oh, excuse me. Adding in a phone, 2 phones, who knows, maybe the other thing is not a phone and it's something else. Yeah, that camera changes the way it looks when it goes on the tripod. I thought that was really cool, so I kept it like that. Moving that tablet around, and I use this as computer cases, so at first I'm trying to figure out where it goes. At first I want to put it up there, but I move it around and move it under the desk later on, like there. So I move that to cover up that table, and then I move those two there to be like, oh hey, this is the computer, the rest of the computer, who knows. Adding in some cache piles. Here's where I start to add in the TVs. Very little of them. So I decided to use a plain TV for like the corner one, and you can actually see it float, which kind of sucks if you go to the right angle. But there's nothing I could do about it, and I didn't want to shove something back there to make it look like it was standing on something. It was kind of meh. Just adding in some more cabinets over here. I thought that there could be more like storage space or whatever. Yeah, that's about it there. I should be adding the neon lights here around soon. I don't know. Again, just moving in and adding in more furniture, deciding what to do here. At first, I wanted to cover up that with a wall, but that just didn't look right. At first, I wanted to use that, and yeah, it didn't look right. So I switched back to the previous one with the curve in it because meh, that didn't cover up everything. So go back to the curved one, and then I just use those panels from the bathroom stuff and create this weird looking kind of window thing. I wanted to maybe make it more diagonal like that, so I switched to the more sort of curved one. I think that one looked a lot better. It adds a bit of more interesting dimension to the room, and it makes it not look like just a bunch of square walls, Again, just trying to figure out what couch I want to use. I don't actually end up going with that couch, that gray couch. I use that one, like, sort of smooth couch there. That's from... What set is it from? Because I know it's a set from Hey Harry. I just... Stockholm set. There we go. It's from that one. Here's the lights. So at first I wanted to do that, but I decided to not just add a few purple lights to be like, oh hey, the nighttime is coming through, whatever. Yeah, here's where I first added the lights to the bedroom. Didn't end up working, so I just added a few lights here. I think that looked better. Took away those blue. And this apartment doesn't actually have ceiling lights anywhere. I decided to, make it minimal lighting. It looked a lot better. I wish I could change the color of those lights to more like white, but I couldn't. So it stays blue, even though it gives off this really nice bright white light in the bathroom. So just deciding what tile to go into the bathroom. The kitchen. Sorry, haven't been sleeping well. But again, so yeah, again back to the whole topic of me doing like a sort of challenge thing. Would you guys be interested in that? Because honestly, I really want to kind of do that. I kind of want to play The Sims 4, and yeah, I know that that's kind of meh because The Sims 4 doesn't have a lot of gameplay. I know that, but I've been wanting to do that. Like, I kind of do get tired of just building everything. So who knows? Maybe that could be a fun change of pace. But just let me know, and we'll see where it goes from there. So here I'm just adding more shelves to add more clutter to the kitchen. I'm moving around some clutter. Basically behind there where the kettle is, that's actually a tea brewer kettle thing that doesn't brew coffee. I kind of wanted to add that because it looked the best. Here I'm just getting down this small fridge. It's not a mini fridge. It's not from Discovery University. It's just a CC fridge. It acts like a normal fridge. It has no footprint, so it should technically be functional. It just doesn't work just because there's another fridge on the lot that's much more usable, so that fridge under the desk doesn't really get used. Just moving around some clutter, maybe adding more. Cluttering up this little table, adding a little light. I decided to go with that one from Vintage Glamour just because it looked weird and it stood out, and I thought, that could look cool there. And just trying to find those magazines from Moschino, or at least some clutter here, but I end up going with those magazines from Moschino. Here I'm trying to find them, and then I'm just adding them here, adding this baseball bat here, kind of, oh hey, this is extra protection here. Even though technically I think you would have some sort of weapon in a cyberpunk world, I don't know. I'm just adding more clutter. Sorry if this commentary is really boring. I really don't know what to talk about. My life isn't exactly the most exciting, so there's really nothing to talk about in my life. I honestly, that backpack, when I went through and I looked up all the CC, because I just went through the screenshots that I took and see, okay, so that's from there, just so that I could get the links ready for this video. I didn't know where that bag came from, so I was like, okay, this is one thing that, if it just doesn't show up, that's fine. But I'm glad that it actually comes with a raw machine set, so it's somewhere that you'll be able to download it. So there's only a very few selected items that I actually linked to. The rest I just linked to the creator just because it'd be really kind of hard for me to find some of the things, especially when it comes to the Peacemaker clutter that I used and the bathroom and garden and kitchen stuff that I use from Hey Harry and Felix Andreessen's. Like it would just be a bit too much to link, so I just linked to their actual pages where you can go download it yourself. Much easier. But the neon lights, those post-it notes that you saw me use there, and what else? Alright, the pencils clutter from Around the Sims 4. That I actually linked separately. The neon lights are not from Around the Sims 4, they're from some creator named Nickname. I just linked it to the original link where you go to get it to download, because the site where you actually go to get it sometimes just doesn't directly go to the link. You have to click it multiple times, which kind of gets annoying. So I just thought, instead of letting people go through that stupid hassle, let's just, link it directly to the Patreon page and everything. I'm just fixing up the bathroom, adding the clutter here and there, adding a few plants to the apartment. One thing that I like about a lot of CC, especially like towels and things like that, they're stackable. But the problem is that stackable items, those stackable items, whenever you build a wall or you paint over like a wall, some of the stuff disappears and goes into your household inventory. It was annoying. It happens a few times. I think you'll see it. I don't know if I cut out most of it, but it does happen a few times. And it just got annoying. So it's just like, okay, you know what? Put you on the ground. I'll fix you later. Or something that just either deleted, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, excuse me. Very gassy this morning. I don't know why. So I just went with it. Yeah, see, there's where some of the stuff now disappeared just because I painted the wall. Here's where I'm just going through and I'm painting, adding like wallpaper and some bricks in some areas, and adding that Moschino wallpaper there. But the rest of the apartment just uses this white wallpaper. I thought it looked decent. I actually miss a wall there, unfortunately, but I do fix that later on. I do notice it. So this is not the couch that I end up using. I'm going to switch it right now. That coffee table I also switch around, but I didn't record it, unfortunately. My sim couldn't really use it with use the chair with the coffee table there. The coffee table was taking up too much space, unfortunately, even though I liked it. First I wanted to go with that light, but then I decided to go again with the city living light. Just adding that sort of cart there, maybe they can use it to cart around stuff. I don't know. I really don't know. I just kind of like the cart from Vintage Glamour. It's a nice item. So here's where I use that couch set and make it an L-shaped couch. I decided to, I wanted to do it with that set, but that was just too big and it wouldn't really fit well. I decided to use this, just moving the pillows, and now moving stuff around, scaling it down, fitting more things in. We're actually getting close to the end. Well, not that close, but still close. Again, just cluttering things up, adding another smart speaker because there's not enough of those in this apartment. There's one on the fridge, one in the bathroom, and now one in the living room. You know, we need 20 of them. It's the future. You need smart speakers everywhere. Just adding a few things on the coffee table. At first I wanted to use this tree because I wanted to make this a Christmas apartment, but then I decided against it. So I decided to use the tree that you decorate yourself, and I switched to the already decorated tree later on just because the decorated one doesn't scale down well, so I had to switch it, unfortunately. Sorry. Yeah, now I'm just looking around for some neon lights, maybe to place around here. I have to light up the apartment a bit more, but I decided against that, and now I'm just adding more art, adding this neon light here, changing the color. I don't know, I think it does stay dark blue, but I'm not sure. Again, just adjusting that light so that it works better. Adding some tiles to the bathroom floor. You know, just tiling. This commentary is really boring. I just noticed that. I'm sorry for that. I don't know really what to talk about, because talking about the build is boring, even me. And I'm sitting here like, I'm really liking this build. Also, what I did with the bathroom, I don't show it in the actual recording, but what I figured out what I could do to make this all one big room is I deleted a bathroom wall. Alright, there's the tree that didn't scale well. So I deleted the bathroom wall, and then I built the wall somewhere else, and then I just moved it there. So it's all still one room, but the bathroom still has all of its walls around it, but it's just not considered its own room. So I thought that was cool. It allowed me to upload it without being like, remember to re-add the walls, because that's the one thing that I hate about apartments. They work as rooms. So that dining table doesn't end up staying. I just didn't like it. Honestly, it was just a bit too plain. It's just meh. So I end up changing it. I really don't know why I added the umbrella stand if I have the umbrella hanging there, because that actually acts like an umbrella stand. Adding in a yellow Christmas tree for Cyberpunk 2077, a game which I will probably never play, unfortunately. Again, cluttering up the bathroom. I added a lot of clutter. I mean, not as much as I would usually add. Like, it's still cluttered up, but the lot doesn't lag at least, so there's that. But I really think there's not much else I can say about this lot, so I'm gonna go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you Friday. And remember to let me know your thoughts on that whole challenge thing with vampires and things like that. I think you could kind of make it interesting. I just kind of want to play with The Sims 4 a bit. But yeah, that's it from me. So bye, guys.
Calling to say I